What is going on, everybody? My name's Connor. You guys can call me Superior, and so many times a day I get questions tweeted at me on Twitter and just stuff like that, and everyone wants to know what my controller setup is and how I play Call of Duty. So today I got a video explaining a bunch of shit to you. It's not simple whatsoever, and you're gonna want to get some popcorns, sit down in your seat, crack open your G Fuel, and you know, get ready for this. Also, stick around at the end of the video. I'm gonna have a surprise for you guys. Let's do it. So, my preferred console is actually the PS4. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that, but that doesn't really mean I use a normal controller. The controller that I play Black Ops 3 with on the PS4 is actually this one right here. Now at this point, you guys have to be so fucking confused. You probably have no idea what's going on because you're like, Superior, you showed us a PS4 and this is an Xbox One scuff controller for, you know, the Xbox One, and you're just confused as shit. And I get it, I'd be confused too, because how the fuck are you supposed to use this with this thing? Like, you can't just, doesn't work. Before I explain how I am able to use an Xbox One controller with the PS4, I want to talk about why I use this specific one. So if we're just talking about base controllers, PS4 versus Xbox One, I'll pick the PS4 one 10 times out of 10. I think it feels way better. I think it's a better controller. But this scuff controller, I did an unboxing and review a few months ago on the channel. You can check that out. I'll put the link in the description. But this controller feels so freaking good in your hands that I had to use it. I had to. The way the thumbsticks feel, it is literally the most perfect controller I've ever held in my entire life. I am sponsored by Scuff, but honestly, this controller, literally, it feels like you're making love with every single time you touch it. And not to mention how fucking cool it looks. Look how beautiful that is, all right? The white and blue, literally, oh my God, it's hotter than a woman. But now on to the magical part of the video and how I'm actually able to use this beautiful piece of machinery with that beautiful piece of machinery that we call the PS4. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is get a water bottle, preferably pretty full, okay? Then you're gonna wanna take your PS4, find any open slot, and just pour water inside of it as much as you can. I'm joking, okay? If you did that, not my fault. You're fucking stupid for listening to me, honestly. But how I'm able to use that controller is actually this little motherfucker right here, okay? Now this, I've heard of it before. It's called a Chroma Smack, but I haven't really seen it around and haven't really done a lot of research. But the other day, when I was at Best Buy to buy an Elgato, I saw this sitting on the shelf, and it was on a box that said, any controller on any console. This is the box right here. You see, any controller on any console. And honestly, I thought it was too good to be true, and it caught my attention, so I decided to buy it. It cost me 60 bucks, and if it costs you 60 bucks at Best Buy, that means you could probably get it online for like 30 bucks. I decided to buy it, you know what I mean? I cracked that fucker open and, you know, pulled this little guy out, and literally all you have to do is plug this USB into the PS4, and then take your PS4 charging cable, or, you know, your Xbox One charging cable, plug it into the ass of it, and then plug this end into your Xbox One controller. And at first, my initial concerns, I'm like, you know, maybe there's gonna be some fucking delay, or it's just gonna be off, you know, something's gonna be wrong. But I started playing with it, and there was really no issues. It was a pretty smooth transition. There was no delay whatsoever between input and it actually happened on the screen. It didn't play weird, it didn't feel weird. It felt like I was playing the game on the Xbox One, but I was on the fucking PS4. So it's literally, this little dude right here works miracles. Now, I just wanna say, this is made by the company, I actually have no idea who it was made by. Now, the company that makes these, I have never talked to, never worked with before. I have no like affiliation with them, never talked to them. Literally saw this at the store and bought it. That's it. That's all my research on it. And it's worked flawlessly. You can use an Xbox 360 controller with an Xbox One, an Xbox 360 controller with a PS3, a PS4, whatever. You can even use a mouse and fucking keyboard. So if you're on a next-gen console and you're not happy with the controller setup that you have and you want to use an old-gen controller, or you have a scuff for the PS3, but you don't have a scuff for the PS4, you can just buy one of these. You can probably get them for cheaper than 60 bucks on the internet somewhere. But me personally, this is my controller of choice. The Scuff Infinity One is the best controller I've ever used in my life. It literally feels insane. and it's just the thumbsticks, dude. The thumbsticks above anything else. They're so smooth. I can't even fucking describe it. I'm so bad with words that I can't describe it. But the Scuff controller in itself, you can use code SooSuperior and save yourself some money. But on the Cronus, you know, you gotta, yeah, I can't help you. Also, the last final part of my setup that I use is I use the long sticks. You see how the aim stick is a little bit higher than the running one. That is because with these particular sticks, you can't use Control Freaks, which is a huge bummer because I love their products and use them as often as I possibly can. But since it doesn't fit, it's a little bit smaller than what Control Freaks are made for. I can't use that, so I just had to put the long stick on just so you guys know my complete controller setup at the moment. All right. Now for this special surprise. So my buddies over at Scuff Gaming actually sent this to me, all right? They sent me another Scuff Infinity controller on accident. And I emailed them and said, hey, you know, you guys, I got one. You sent me another one, and, you know, and I'm like, do you guys want me to send it back? What do you want me to do with that? And they told me to give it away to you guys. So if you want to win this Scuff, if you're not on Xbox One, just so it's fair, I guess, if, you know, the winner's on PS3 or PS4, I guess I'll buy them a Scuff. So in the description below, you're going to find the link to a Scuff giveaway going on my Twitter. All you got to do is retweet and then follow. There's 3 Twitters. All you got to do is follow those. You can be entered to win a free Scuff. You can either get this one, I'll sign it and send it to you if you care, or I can buy you a new Scuff on any console that you want. Also, I got all these goodies. I got a charging cable. I got that. I got grips, I got thumbsticks, I got owner's manuals, which you don't really need unless you actually get the Scuff, and of course I got a Scuff carrying case. So I got all sorts of stuff to give away to you guys. Just go to the tweet in the description below and you can enter over there. But thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate each and every one of you boys stopping by the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. All the products I talked about in this video linked in the description below. You guys can go check them out, do a little bit more research, and decide if it's right for you or if you're just fine how you're playing now. So thanks so much for checking out the channel. Click the thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you all later. Peace out.